Kita menjalinkan satu kerjasama dengan Hospital Orthopaedic ALTY, di mana pasukan blind football Malaysia ataupun bola sepak OKU secara amnya lah memerlukan bantuan-bantuan dan kepakaran daripada segi perkhidmatan, perubatan. Jadi kita tahu bola sepak ni unik, semua orang nak main bola sepak, dan saya lebih cenderung kepada bola sepak OKU, dan di mana saya merasakan bahawa warga OKU ada hak untuk main bola daripada hanya menyokong, dan dia pun beli baju bola sepak sebagai penyokong. Tapi kita mendapati ada ramai orang dekat luar sana yang warga OKU ni sebenarnya minat dia pada bola sepak. Dalam hati dia, alangkah indahnya kalau saya pun boleh main macam bintang-bintang di Malaysia, kan? Ataupun semua orang tengok EPL, Spanish League tu semua, kan? Jadi dia pembabitan dia sebagai penonton. Jadi kita merubah ini di negara kita dengan penggalakan mereka. Kita kata, kita sebagai jurulatih dan penggerak, kan, kita kata jom main. Malaysia kita ni unik, kan? Jangan jadi penonton, jom ceburi bola sepak. Jadi di situlah kita mula membangunkan bola sepak orang buta, orang kudung, bola sepak untuk autism, Down syndrome, pekak dan cerebral palsy. Dan apa yang bermula secara rekreasi, whatever starts with on a recreational basis, ada objektif dia. Jadi bila kita sebagai jurulatih dan penggerak, kita sendiri buat kerja sosial tanpa dibayar oleh siapa-siapa, kita melihat ada bakat. Jadi bila kita melihat ada bakat, pasti kita kena bawa ke peringkat yang lebih tinggi, bagi peluang kepada dia atau pasukan tu untuk bertanding. Dan bila kita bertanding, di atas keseronokan kita bertanding dan tanpa bantuan-bantuan yang spesifik, kita sedar bahawa sukan tu sebenarnya boleh mengakibatkan kecederaan sekiranya kita tak bersedia. Macam blind football dulu, mula-mula kita pergi, kan, pergi ke Tokyo 2009, kita bawa players pergi untuk percubaan pertama. First game tak sampai 10 minit, players kita semua injured. Tinggal 4 pemain saja untuk meneruskan perlawanan 5 lawan 5. Sebab apa? Itu adalah sports preparation, dia physical preparation tak ada. Jadi melihat kepada semua ni dan juga perjalanan pembangunan bola sepak OKU Malaysia, saya mengenali Puan Nathalie daripada ALTY Hospital, okay? Mengenali Cik Rush, dan saya mula berkongsilah alangkah indahnya, alangkah baiknya sebagai satu badan korporat hospital, jom kita sama-sama buat sesuatu untuk warga Malaysia, di mana hospital lain mungkin tak buat lagi. Jadi kalau kita bercakap pasal penajaan ni, pasti pasal duit. Dalam keadaan ekonomi yang tak menentu macam ni tu, susah nak keluar duit. Tetapi ada cara lain yang kita bekerjasama, iaitu pendidikan senaman. Dan mereka bermurah hati untuk membawa bersama-sama pembekal-pembekal pharmaceutical daripada ALTY untuk sama-sama menjulang, menyokong, membantu. So mereka tanya kita, "Coach, what do you need for your national blind football team?" So kita pun mula menjawab lah, nak beli tape, rigid tape pun mahal, nak beli kinesio tape pun mahal. Jadi mereka peka dan dia kata, "How can I help you?" This is how the Sports for All campaign applied to the national blind football team. So mereka menawarkan pelbagai, macam hari ni kita di sini, kita nak bertanding di luar negara dalam masa seminggu. So apakah sumbangan Hospital ALTY, Hospital Orthopaedic ALTY dalam kes blind football ni? Mereka menawarkan secara percuma pemeriksaan ECG, X-ray dada, cek darah, semua tu. Because kita membawa nama Malaysia, kita membawa atlet OKU yang saya sendiri tidak tahu latar belakang kesihatan mereka. Jadi saya terpaksa merujuk kepada rakan-rakan kerjasama kami macam hospital untuk saya minta bantuan, boleh tak buat kerja sosial. Bukan duit, kerja sosial, iaitu suruh doktor-doktor di sini buat pemeriksaan. Kalau tanya Sani, budak tu boleh main? Boleh je, laju dia main. Tapi itu tak cukup. Kita tanya pakar orthopaedic, doktor, is he fit to play? Is he medically fit to play? Di situlah, beginilah kita jalinkan segala kerjasama untuk memperkasakan pasukan bola sepak OKU. Yang tak semestinya hanya duit wang ringgit saja. Keprihatinan dan masa yang dikongsi bersama dengan pasukan bola sepak orang buta kami ni. Itu adalah lebih kurang sejarah macam mana kita boleh menjalinkan kerjasama dengan hospital ALTY lah. Ya.
I'm sure Sunny has said a lot of very good things about what we have tried to do at ALTY. I trust his words. So basically for us here at ALTY Orthopaedic Hospital, why embarking on this type of activity, right? On this type of sponsoring, on this type of working together? Well, we have created during the year few campaigns of awareness on bone condition, on joints condition. That's what we are dealing with, right, as an orthopedic hospital. So after dealing with scoliosis, with patients with scoliosis, we just thought, hey, let's just focus on sports people. Sure. So you got the athletes, right? The very famous athletes. So it'd be great to have them to do their checkup, right? Sure, definitely. Then you have the everyday athletes. You and me, we go and play futsal, we go and run, we bike, and then somehow we might have injuries. Okay? And then there's the others, the ones that potentially are not being seen or are not being known. And that's how we created the campaign of Sports for All. Sports for All, we have few little target markets in our mind. The very first was obviously blind football because of the relationship that I had from previous experiences with Sunny. And to me, it's obvious that they needed some help. Previously, I was able to sponsor a little bit more cash-wise, but then again, as Sunny has said, not only cash is important, right? The kindness, the care. So with ALTY, we are able to basically focus on, I'm sure you said all of that already, but never mind, the pre-care of the athletes, which means like their warm-up sessions. You know, basically what we did is that we attended few of their training sessions and we provided them with a team which is a combination of ALTY and tags. ALTY is proposing the doctors, the nurses, and our sister company called Tags is proposing physiotherapists, the ones who are basically training and who know how to put the patient in shapes, not only before, but also after an injury, rehabilitation. Okay? So that's the project that we have, basically, to work together with them. Also with pharmaceuticals like Viatris. We actually discussed about Viatris. Viatris has been very supportive in helping us with providing sprays, with gels, with tapes. We are trying to provide more for the tournament which is coming up, for the qualifications which is turning up as well. So it's a collaboration of all of us in the world of healthcare to be able to help a team which is successful, which has precedent of being successful, which is promising, and we're all there to support them to just be the best in their qualifications in India. So for us, this Sports for All campaign begins with blind football, but we're also interested in, female rugby. Like rugby is like a big hoo-ha type of guy sports, right? But no, actually in Malaysia, we should all know that it's female who are very interested in rugby. So for us, it's a whole program of helping those who might not be as famous as others into their sports-related activities. Okay, that's one of the campaigns.
Ya.
Berapa lama dari pasukan coach dengan hospital ALTY akan bekerjasama? Berapa lama?
Apa yang kita mulakan pada bulan Ogos, saya sebenarnya merancang dengan Puan Nathalie ni, iaitu ini adalah satu projek sustainable, bukan fireworks macam sekejap ada lepas tu habis, tak ada. So we want to create an impact in the disabled society, the community, telling them that you should feel comfortable, selesa, and come and train with us because we have a health care provider that will offer you screening, advice, whether you are fit to play or not. All this while, it's like ada adik-adik OKU dengan parents yang nak main, me, Sani, jom main. Because saya nak memperkasakan, saya nak bagi peluang. Tapi kita mungkin menghadapi, niat kita baik. Apa akan jadi kalau ada budak yang datang main dengan kita, tiba-tiba tumbang. Benda-benda ni berlaku di negara kita walaupun dia sihat. Main badminton kena sakit jantung, kan? Pergi main bola sepak, padang beralun, koyak sana koyak sini. So we need this health care education, and I cannot do that. I will teach you how to play. It's my passion. But with a partner for long term, okay, when we say long term, we always look for 12 months first. We look at 12 months. I have plans. Sampai tahun 2023, bila di Hari Merdeka nanti, saya nak julang rakan-rakan yang bersama saya, nak tunjuk pada seluruh negara bahawa saya anak Malaysia. Sebenarnya intipati kandungan saya anak Malaysia tu sebenarnya siapa? Saya anak Malaysia sebenarnya untuk semua, termasuk anak-anak OKU ni tau. Kan? Kita nak julang tema ni tau. Come 31st August ataupun 16 of September. This is Malaysia, where it is for all. Sports is for all. I can teach you how to play. ALTY and the partners can advise you whether you can play or not, or kita modify the game as long as everybody have the right to play. Tak boleh main bola sepak macam orang normal, jom kita main bola sepak kat tempat kecil yang lebih selamat, lebih selesa. If you cannot see, I can teach you blind football. If you cannot hear, I can teach you deaf football. If you cannot walk, I can teach you amputee football, bola sepak kundung. So there's something for everybody. Tetapi kenapa bola sepak? Because bola sepak is the craziest sports in the world, kan? And football bring people together, kan? World Cup is coming up. Whether dia buta, dia pekak, dia kudung, dia autism, everybody knows it's a World Cup. You know, from the Down syndrome children also, which team do you support? You ask a amputee player or a blind player, they will probably say, I support Argentina, I support England. So you look at football, you know. But if you ask Sunny, which team you support? My answer is always one. I only support Harimau Malaya. Because I'm a Malaysian. I remember arwah Mokhtar Dahari lah, the greatest time of Malaysian football. So if people ask me, you don't support EPL lah? I said, no lah, I support my local team lah. Secara senyap. Tak payah nak bising. So for me, is dulu kini selamanya Harimau Malaya lah. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to add on. I mean, you've been touching about healthcare, right? I just want all of you to know within the media members that bone healthcare is something which is completely absent in Malaysia. Everybody might know about breast cancer. Everybody might know about heart conditions. But ask around who knows about their bone health. No one. Ask what is osteoporosis. They got no idea. Arthritis, maybe they heard about it, okay? But this is one of the reasons why ALTY Orthopaedic Hospital is launching campaigns. Remember, I was telling you that we have different campaigns for scoliosis or anything, because no one knows. Scoliosis obviously is an extreme, but if you ask about, like meniscus or ACL, obviously if you're a football player, you would know. But generally speaking, the people out there have no idea about their bone health. And that's how, as ALTY, as a one specialty hospital, we want to bring awareness of health out there to the Malaysians. So either it's by a campaign which is going to be to the public, like dealing with celebrities, or it's a campaign which is with sports and elite sports, is just a different modality. But the objective is bone health care.
I think saya menyokong apa yang Puan Nathalie cakap lah. I support what she says lah. We talk a lot about take care of your eyes, take care of your heart, take care of your food, but less is being said about take care of your bones. Take care of your bones lah. Or your joints. So we all know somebody dengan ACL injury, ACL, wherever football, ACL, 9 months out of game. ACL injury can even happen to a housewife yang slipped in the kitchen or while doing gardening. I know of someone who actually twisted the knee and actually tore the meniscus while doing gardening, and that's a lady. So I think ALTY Orthopaedic Hospital is on the right track lah, to educate people out there. Is like, if you're going to tear your ACL, it's not probably because of sports only. ACL happens everywhere, basketball, hockey, blah, 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 but very often in sports lah kan. But out there are these makcik, pakcik, uncle, auntie that are also having similar injuries, occupational injuries, So I think Malaysia needs this kind of education. We can all do it together and tell everyone to look after our bones.
You had a question?
Yeah. Okay. For right now, for the Sports for All campaign, you started with the blind football team, and then the next target is the rugby.
Female rugby, yeah, that's the objective.
So do you have any plans for amputee football after this or other?
For the moment, I admit no. Okay, we didn't think about it. We didn't plan further. This is something that obviously Sunny is going to push me for, because that's another one of his babies. We can consider, obviously, there's no reason why not. But it's not in the marketing plan. We can just always discuss and see if we do that for the coming year. As he was saying, it's like year 20, like 12 months in a row, right? So the new year is coming. We can always try to see and explore what's happening out there. There's, I'm sure there's plenty of people that we can try to help. We're just gonna have to select our, our few campaigns and programs. We were thinking of working with wheelchair. You might remember that a few years ago I've been working with wheelchair badminton. If we could still do something with them as well. I mean, there's no specific target market right now. We are open to any discussion. If anybody is interested, they can contact us, obviously, but something which is meaningful. That's what, personally, and I think ALTY also is caring about.
But for today's medical checkup, ALTY specifically focus the blind football team for the qualification, right?
That's correct. Yes, the checkup which is proposed is basically the minimum requirement of the team for them to just go for their qualification in India. It's the basics is blood, urine. We have X-ray, chest X-ray. We have an ECG as well. And because the hospital is a orthopedic focused hospital, I made a point in proposing to the team, and they didn't need it, but they accepted to have a visit with one of our orthopedic consultants. Because maybe they will not have a 3 hours consultation with MRI and X-ray and everything, but at least they will have a first opinion of a specialized doctor on some of the conditions they might have, and they might not even know about it. I mean, maybe they would just have like, oh, I got pain here, or I got pain here, but they don't know exactly why. So at least we have here a specialist who is able to explain, just be careful. During your game, maybe just be careful, don't do this, or don't do that, or do this, or do that, or protect yourself, put your guards, or, you know, like, this is just a first approach for these team members to be able to be seen by some very famous orthopedic surgeon.
Just one more to add. So, in case we want to sum up what has ALTY and blind football done so far, we started off in August. They came to the pitch, our training pitch, with their consultant. They came with their rehabilitation team, and they started to witness. Oh, this is the Malaysian blind football team. Okay, so they are orthopedic specialists. We have visually impaired players, but what is in common here? Football, right? Biomechanics, biomechanics. So then we zoom into that. So that's where the collaboration came in. It's like I used to inform Puan Nathalie that my players are injured, this and that, So the common thing in a non-professional team is that the player comes to the coach and say, "Coach, I find my calf and my hamstring very tight." So typical is like, so still can play or not? Boleh main lagi? Physio, spray please. Okay, go back, ice 2 times a day. After that, that's it. Because we don't have that professional support behind us. But when you speak to an hospital like ALTY, today is the day where our players, we told them, please open up to the doctor. The doctor doesn't have all the time in the world for us. Please open up to the doctor and tell the doctor, "Doctor, I find that every time I want to sprint and run after the ball, I feel a pull." The doctor is no magician. He'll probably do some test, and then alert us that, look here, you need further examination. So this is how this collaboration has worked. So why the medical test today is because we are flying, and we want to make sure that we are all healthy, fit, some or other. And if the consultant basically detects today, hopefully not, that one of your players has a shin splint, example, or, "Coach, are you aware that he has a partial tear?" That's going to give me a nightmare lah. I hope not. So at least we know what are we dealing with. So when a player has this sort of first level of injury, and then he goes into high performance match, and when you don't treat a wound, it gets worse. So this is the situation here. We hope that they are okay. Because we have taken care of them. Kita dah jaga diorang ni selama ni dengan ubatan and tapes yang dibekalkan oleh ni lah. So we have strapped them, all these things, to pick on the 11th of November for the first match, which I do not know who are we playing with in the first match. But we have got 10 nations lah. We have got Kazakhstan, we have got Uzbekistan, we have got Australia. Jadi meriah dah blind football dekat ni. Started with 5 teams, now you got 10 teams. That's the way it works.
When's the draw coming?
The draw will happen only when all the 10 teams are present in India. They had some technical issues. It's supposed to be out earlier, but I think they were told not to. So it's going to be done on the 10th of November. Yep, 9th or 10th of November. Well, to me, I always told my team is like, you can draw 1 hour before the match or whatever is it. You must be prepared to play anyone. You train for years. This team don't just train for tournaments. This team has been training. The good thing about blind football is that we keep training every week. Ada ke tak ada tournament, kita terus berlatih. Inilah semangat blind football Malaysia ni. Bukannya ada kejohanan baru latih. So at one point of time, I'm very happy to say, at one point of time, it was a few years ago, like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, the Malaysian blind football team was ranked nombor 17 dalam dunia. Our Malaysian boys, our orang kampung, we were ranked number 17 in the world. Then COVID came in, no tournaments, no points. So now we are ranked number 26. Not because we lost, because we did not participate in anything for 2 years. So we are going now to do some wonders, maybe to get either third or fourth placing and hope to qualify for the World Cup of blind football in 2023. At the same time, improve your ranking and all this thing. Participation is important. Yep.
Coach, what's the format for the qualifiers here? Is it 10 teams, 2 groups, everyone plays?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be 2 groups, A and B, 5 each group. So the top 2 will cross over at the semi-finals lah. And I would say the 3 teams will play off for classifications. And latest news we got is that the 3rd and 4th placed teams in the preliminaries will go for an intercontinental cup. It's kind of like UEFA lah, again. We'll go for intercontinental cup so that you don't kill the spirits, because you train and train and train at the highest peaking point and then you don't qualify. What happens next? You just feel sad, you go back for 1 year, you don't train. No, at that stage we let them play again in another intercontinental championship, because the team is already there. So this is what are the changes for the format internationally.
Coach, to qualify for World Cup, we have to be in the final, is it?
That only 4 teams qualifies from Asia. It's a Asia Oceania Championship. That means Australia has been given a ticket to go. So we'll have to battle for the top 3.
I see. So
Yeah.
at least make semi-final.
Yeah, but if Australia goes to the final and Malaysia is in the semi-final, you still go.
So
Yeah.
at least semi-final or qualify.
Semi-final lah, yeah. We always take 1 game at a time lah.
Coach, dengan persiapan sekarang ni, sasaran coach macam mana?
Yeah, we definitely want to be in the semi-final first, and then we have to get to the semi-final first. You know, because we've been playing for so many years, training, went for so many attempts. We missed the World Cup in 2017. These are the typical sad stories in football lah. You know, you lead 3-1, your one leg dah masuk World Cup, and then suddenly Korea comes from behind and beat you 4-3. You know, these things do happen lah. So we missed it. We were leading Korea. Korea is a good team. The Malaysian boys are a decent team, I would say. We have drawn with Russia before, you know. We used to lose to Iran like 8-0. That was in 2009 when I was the goalkeeper. Sighted goalkeeper lah. But nowadays the score is like 1-0, 2-0. So you close the gap lah. When you close the gap means you have improved. All your investment in the sports has shown results. Yeah.
Coach, how do you rate the other teams in the qualifying tournament?
Well, there is a glaring disparity in terms of quality here. Well, I've never played with Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan. They are new emerging nations, but these guys are big. You talk about Uzbekistan, which sport yang dia tak boleh main, semua dia boleh main, kan? But we do know Japan and China are the best at the moment lah. The best bet to be at the finals lah at the moment, because China has been the champion every 2 years. Those are amazing athletes lah. I don't know what they eat lah, kan. Naik turun box to box. We also got box to box, you know. So amazing players. It's just very simple lah. Geographical. The bigger the country, the bigger the talent. So we are a small nation, so we have only that much of talents lah, kan. But we are okay. We can put up a fight. It's all about strategies, tactical. You know you can't beat them, then you do something else. You know. Bottom line is what? 1-0 is still a win. 2-0 is still a win. The target here is let's go to the World Cup lah, kan. So do whatever it takes to get there and make Malaysia proud lah, kan.
Coach, what would it mean to you for us to qualify for the first time for the World Cup?
Well, definitely it's for me and for the boys, it's achieving our dream. If you ask any of them there, which is on my left, where do you want to go in blind football? They probably say, I would like to play in the Paralympics, which is due in 2024 in France, okay, Paris, yeah, and also the World Cup of blind football, which is next year. Yeah, we have tasted glory like being SEA Games gold medal. Kita pernah menang, Para SEA Games dan Para SEA Games. Kita pernah menang gold medal. It changed your destiny dah. From budak-budak kampung yang tak ada harapan tu, you become a champion. It changed your destiny. That's when you get sponsors coming in. So sponsorship and performance is always works together. You perform, you get the development fund. If you don't perform, then you go back to grassroots development. Yeah, so we have gone through both. This is the football management lah of OKU lah kan. Yeah.
Coach, yang 2017 qualifying, we just missed out. Can you just elaborate?
Boleh? We were the host kat sini. Kita host untuk the championship is known as IBSA, International Blind Sports Association. IBSA Asia Blind Football Championship every 2 years. So in 2017 we hosted it, and our target was to qualify only 6 teams. Our target was to qualify for the World Cup in 2018. We put one foot there already, you know. And our group, we had Iran and Korea. So we had Korea in our hands, you know. We never beat Korea before. So we were leading 3-1. Everybody erupted in joy. The whole stadium was like, oh my God, Malaysia is going to go to the World Cup. A football team is going to the World Cup. There will be any disability lah kan. But last 7 or 8 minutes, the whole team crumbled. It happens in football. I feel sorry for the hockey team also lah. Sukan Asia 2018. You lead Japan by 5-2 or something, and then you lose the game. You know. So same thing happened to even disabled football. So we lost 4-3.
So if you won that game,
we would have gone to the World Cup.
No, that one was a group game, kan?
Yeah, we were in the semi-final lah. Okay, sorry. It was a group stage. It's a group stage. You win, you go to the semi-final.
Semi-final
Qualify already. Yeah. So don't stop trying lah.
But then, final because 6 teams, I think it was stripped to fairly right.
Yeah, 6 teams, 1 at each group eliminated lah. So 1, 2, 3, 2 goes, 1, 2, 3, 2 goes. Cross to semi-final lah, automatic lah. Automatic semi-finalist lah, 4 slots lah. I think that's an important message lah. Football is not about winning. Football is about giving opportunities to play and enjoy the sport.